Hello loves, welcome back. Today I'm in the mood to do some makeup, so we're gonna do a little winter makeup routine. And as always, grab a snack, get cozy, or grab your makeup and your brushes so we can get ready together and let's get into it and do some glam. Let's start with the brows first because they need some work. I was not blessed in the brow category, but I've been really enjoying this brow routine. Dominique Brow Frame. I'm currently using the shade Cool Deep Brown. I just restocked though and I got 4 more of these because my perfect shade is soft black brown, but I completely ran out. So this is the next best color for me. I'm also gonna mix in maybe a little bit of the ABH Brow Wiz. This one is in dark brown just because I really like this color and I pretty much just follow along my natural brow shape, fill them in, fluff them up. You'll see, I'm going to show you guys my routine. They might not look as good on camera because I swear every time I do my brows they look better when I do them off camera, but I wanted to do the full glam today. So let's start outlining first. So what I like to do is go right under my brows to get the initial shape, and I just take the top edge of the brow pencil to do this. I do really love this brow pencil though because it makes it so easy because of the shape. So once I get the shape I like, I'll take the spoolie that comes with the brow pencil, spoolie through them, and then I take the flat edge of the pencil and I just fill in the brow hairs. I especially like to kind of fluff up and blend in the inner part of the brows with the little spoolie. You also get a little sharpener in here, which I do use, and it's so good. I think especially if you have very sparse brows like me, you will love this brow pencil. It is my favorite. And all the shades are back in stock. That's why literally I bought 4 of them because I love it so much. And that's pretty much it for the shape. And then I'm gonna do the other one. Look at that difference already. Since I don't have my perfect shade in the Dominique Brow Frame, I'll just take a tiny bit of the Brow Wiz because I really like this color in dark brown. But whenever I have my perfect shade, I just use that other brow pencil. But this is just for little touch-ups. I actually forgot how good this brow pencil is. It's really nice. NYX has a good dupe for it, but I do like this formula. So that is pretty much it. Now is when they really start to come together. Like I always say, trust the process. I'm gonna clean them up with the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint Stick, and this one is in the shade 8. I don't really like this color on my skin. It's a little bit too light, but I love it for carving out the brows. And I just take a flat concealer brush and dip it directly into the product, and then I go right underneath and just clean up the brows. This really makes them look so much more polished and sculpted. Now we can stop here, but I'm gonna fluff them up, which is one of my favorite things now to do with my brows, and I'm using the Rare Beauty brow gel. I also just stocked up on this. I got like 5 more of these because it's truly the best brow gel I've ever used, and apparently it's limited edition. I really hope it's not because it's so good. It keeps your brows in place without flaking, and it's a really nice formula. What I like to do with this is pretty much just fluff up mostly in the inner part of the brows. I will do the rest of my brows just to kind of set them in place, but most of the fluffiness is just in the inner part. And I do about 2 to 3 coats of this just to get them exactly how I want. And I will take the product, and whatever product is on the tip of the applicator, I will apply it directly onto my brows so that I get a good amount. And then from there, I just start fluffing them up just like that. Now I'm going to show you how you're going to make your brows last all day with this brow gel. Once you get your desired fluffiness, you're going to take, and this is why I like to do my brows before anything, you're going to take your finger and you're going to press down on your brow hairs to really plaster them on your face, and then they will not move. And this is how you're going to get the maximum hold with your brow gel. You have to do this just for a few seconds, nothing crazy, but it really works. And it gives you that fluffed up look all day. And then you can just take a little bit more just to shape them a little bit better. If need be, I will take my concealer brush and just kind of clean up around the edges of my brows, but that is pretty much it for how I do them. I kind of just play with the fluffiness a little bit until I get them to look exactly how I like, but that's how I've been doing them. I feel like they look different, honestly, every time I do them. They never look exactly the same, but this is the method that I've been doing. And with this brow gel, it makes it so easy. But like I said, you really have to press your brows down because it really helps. That way you don't have to constantly be touching up your brows throughout the day. Once you do this, they're not going anywhere. Fluff and press. Now I feel complete. Once my brows are done, we can move into the eyes. So I'm gonna go in with a little Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer. I just apply a little bit and then blend it out with a brush. This is the BK Beauty A506. And I'm gonna apply a little bit of mascara and lashes. But first, let's do a little bronzer in the crease. I'm gonna use the Hailey's Beauty Resculpt Smoothing Contour Powder. This one is in the shade medium, and then later on I'm gonna use the light shade to contour my nose, but this is a little bit more of a warmer tone. I'm gonna use this just to add a little color and dimension to the crease. I'm using another BK Beauty brush. This one is the A503. I pretty much just put this all over the lids and in my crease. And make sure you remove any extra lash glue that you forgot to take off the night before. Sometimes there's just like little chunks that get stuck. Bronzer in the crease just never gets old. I love this bronzer formula. It's so nice. And then this is the light shade that, like I said, I'm going to use to contour my nose. You can see this one is much more warm, but this is the perfect cool tone shade. I love it for nose contour. Now this is the best part and truly what makes any eye look 20 times better. Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb in the shade How Many Carats. Do I even have to speak on this? If you watch my videos, you already know. This is literally the best glitter. I know it's expensive, but it's huge. It's gonna last you forever. And I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. I just apply it with my finger. You could even apply it with a brush as well. And I pretty much just build this up until I get it to be as intense and glittery as I like. There's no limits. Literally with this glitter, the limit does not exist. It's very versatile too because you can apply this on your bare lids. You can apply this over other eyeshadows. I only wish that they came out with this kind of formula in different colors. It would be such a hit. Like I would love a gold, I would love a pink, I would love all different colors in this. A lavender. Okay, I might even end up adding a little bit more later on, but I'm gonna stop here for now and I'm gonna apply some mascara. I'm using CoverGirl Clean Topia. This is one of the best mascaras that I used in this entire year. I keep going back to it. It's so good. I wish it came in a waterproof version because it is amazing. And today I'm going to use my Kiss Pixie lashes. The key to making your lashes last all day is taking your favorite lash glue. You guys already know I'm using the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. You want to apply a little bit on your lash band, but also on your top lash line as well, like on your lids. And you just need a tiny bit. Let that dry for a little bit, few seconds, less than a minute, but no longer than a minute. Maybe like 45 seconds is your perfect happy medium time. You just need a tiny bit of lash glue on here. Once you let this dry and you put it on, your lashes are not going anywhere. And this one I really like because it doesn't irritate my eyes and it's truly the only lash glue I will ever use. And don't even think about applying lashes without tightening your upper lash line. I'm using the Stay and Play gel liner from Essence, one of the creamiest liners, and it's so affordable. And I just like to take this and tightline my upper lash line. That way the false lashes and everything just looks so much more seamless. This I think is more noticeable if you don't do it, if you take photos. So it's just a little detail, but it truly goes such a long way. I always say it's all about the details. So something else I like to do after I apply my falsies is curl my lashes. This is just going to make them look a little bit more open, fluffy, and just make sure that you do this once your lash glue and everything is fully dry. Now let's move into the skin. I'm gonna start off with a little Milani Make It Last setting spray just to prep and hydrate. P.S. on my lips right now, if you're wondering, I have on the Glow Reviver lip oil from e.l.f. in Red Delicious. This is so hydrating. These are very sheer, but they give a good amount of hydration and glossiness to the lips. I think they pair beautifully with other lip combos on their own or with a lip liner, but I love this color even before makeup or when I'm wearing no makeup because it gives a little bit of a natural tint. NYX Plump Right Back Primer. This kind of just reminds me of skincare and makeup mixed in one. Just makes your skin so hydrated. Then I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I have this one in the shade 3, light medium. I have been loving mixing this with pretty much all of my foundations. This is one of my favorite complexion products in general, but as of lately I just feel like it enhances all of my foundations and gives me the prettiest glow. And for foundation, I'm using the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Stick Foundation in the shade 250G Cheesecake. This is so creamy, blendable, beautiful, gives buildable coverage, and it truly melts into the skin. I'm also going to spray my brush with a little extra setting spray just to give me that extra little boost. But this is a really pretty combo. I love the foundation though on its own because you can really control how much coverage you want and it really just melts into the skin. I recently kind of rediscovered that foundation, but it has been one of my favorites for a few years because I love how it lasts and how it wears, especially once the makeup marinates in the skin. I think it even looks so much better. Let's do some cream blush today. I'm going to bring it back to an oldie but a goodie. e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blush in the shade Maui. These are stunning. They have such great colors, such great pigment, and this also gives a little bit of a luminous finish to the skin, so it's very healthy, very glowy. I'm going to apply blush first today, and then we'll do some concealer. Look how pretty that is. It's like a gorgeous pink with a golden sheen. What's nice about these is you can actually wear them over top of powder as well and they won't lift your foundation. So great formula. Doing a little bit on my nose. Bringing this up towards my temples a bit. That way later on when I go in with my bronzer, I kind of just apply it around this area and it just meets with the blush and looks really seamless. Another classic forever favorite for me is the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Concealer. This one is in 23 Light Medium Golden. This has a really creamy whipped consistency, but it blends really nicely into the skin. So I like to go in towards the inner part, and then with my concealer brush, I will just blend it towards the middle and outer part of my under eyes. You can also use whatever is left over to kind of blend out your blush. When I remember, I do blush and then concealer after because it just makes the process a little bit more seamless and easy to blend. It's also a good trick if you do a little bit too much cream blush. This kind of just acts as an eraser for that. Now, whenever I use pink blush, I love to do a pink powder because I feel like it just makes it look super diffused and seamless. So I'm using the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Cake Powder. I have been also kind of re-loving this. I used to love this powder a couple years ago. I think I used to use the shade Cupcake or Pound Cake, one of them, but I love the pink one because it gives a little bit of brightness. And if you love pink blush, I think you would really like this as well. It is a little bit lighter than the one from One Size, but I've been really enjoying this again. The only thing is it does have a really strong fragrance, so that's the only thing, but I still really love the way that it looks. I'm only gonna put this on my under eyes, by the way. Very lightly, I will just go around where my blush is and just pat any excess powder in. And I'm gonna go back in with my Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder. This is so satisfying. One of my favorite steps in my makeup routine is setting everything because you just see the makeup transform and just get airbrushed right before your eyes. Going back in with the Hailey's Beauty Smoothing Bronzer. I'm going to start at the temples and then just work right around my forehead using an angled brush. This one is also from BK Beauty. It's the A507. And I pretty much just press that bronzer in to give me a very light wash of color. I'm also tapping off the excess with this bronzer because it is really pigmented. And you can get Hailey's Beauty actually on Amazon, which makes me so happy because I love this brand. Now the blush is cute, but we're going to amp it up just a little bit more with the Haus Labs Bio Radiant Gel Powdered Highlighter in Rose Quartz. This is just not only the prettiest blush, but like it's a blush topper. You can mix it, you can use it on its own. So I'm just going to put this on over top of that e.l.f. blush just to really enhance it. This is, I think, just a good all year blush, but especially now in the winter time, it just gives that frosty, cool tone pink vibe, but it's still very smooth on the skin. I love the way it applies. I'm also going to add just a touch more highlighter because I'm into the glow for this kind of makeup look. I'm using Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in the shade number 10. Be My Highlight, of course, and this is just going to basically enhance that glowiness to the blush. This is another product that you can top over any other blush combo, and it is stunning every single time. I do a little bit down my nose, and now let's contour the nose actually with the Hailey's Beauty Resculpt Smoothing Powder. This one again is in the color Light. It's a very like more ashy cool tone shade, so that's why I love it for the nose. I'm going to use the Patrick Ta for contour brush, tapping off the excess. And very lightly I'm going to do 2 little lines down my nose. This brush makes it so easy. It is a game changer for doing this. You can also kind of connect it from your eyelids a little bit, like this part. And then I take the fluffy side of the brush and I just blend out any harsh lines. An inner corner highlight is a must, and I recently just tried out the Beauty Bybel from Carly Bybel's makeup line, her highlighter in Little Star. This formula is like silky butter on the eyes, and this color is the perfect inner corner shade. You could even apply this all over your lids as an eyeshadow. So the difference between this and the glitter is that this is actually not really glittery. It's just more of that wet highlighter look. So for me, I love this kind of look in the inner corners. And then I'm going to put a little bit right in the inner part of my lids, but the Fenty highlighter is just a really translucent, sparkly glitter. So this is a completely different formula, but I think they pair beautifully together. I'm going to do some brown eyeliner on the waterline. This is ColourPop Cream Gel Liner. I also feel like even a nude eyeliner would look pretty with this as well. The one from Essence though, I feel like the brown, I like this brown more than the one from Essence because it's very dark, and this one's just a little bit lighter, so I love them both. Now I'm gonna go in with a little CoverGirl Cleantopia mascara. Today I'm gonna do a glossy red lip that I've actually really been loving. I'm going to start with Rare Beauty Kind Words Lip Liner in the shade Bold. If you want a red, but you don't want to commit to a super bright red, this is the red for you. It's a little bit just more of a subtle red, and I think it pairs beautifully with just a lip gloss or a lip oil, which is what I'm going to do today. And these are so creamy. It's not too bright, but you still get a really pretty shade of red. I just did something and I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, but I took a tiny little pinch of the glitter from Fenty on my finger, and I just dabbed some of that in the center of the lips, and it is so pretty. And now we're gonna add some lip oil to finish it off. I'm gonna use the Milani Color Fetish, or just kidding, Fruit Fetish lip oil in Cranberry Currant. These are so nice because they have a good amount of pigment to them, so I think they pair really nicely just with a lip liner or even just by themselves, but everything looks so much better with lip liner. And these smell delicious. This has a little bit of a glittery touch to it as well. It smells just, oh my gosh, divine, like a fall dessert. And there we have it, winter makeup. This is the exact vibe that I was going for today, so try out this look, especially if you're not really into red lips. I encourage you to try out this lip combo because it is so good, so wearable, and this is going to be the it makeup look for me. So thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with me. As always, check the description box for all details, and I cannot wait to see you very soon in my next one. Bye.